Greetings, Msoul. Today I, Venus Callida, bring you a tale of an unexpected quest. A quest involving bravery, uncertainty, and a very confused Death Knight standing in a line wondering, am I supposed to be here? You see, I arrived at the convention ready for adventure, and one of the first quests offered was speed dating. And now, a Death Knight can face dragons. A Death Knight can cross frozen mountains. A Death Knight can sew armor pieces late into the night and early morning to the last second until I leave the room. But sometimes, the most intimidating dungeon is simply walking into a room full of strangers, especially when you look around and think, the party appears to have many young adventurers. And this older elf suddenly wondered, perhaps this quest was not designed for me. I had heard the organizer discussing that there were many more male adventurers waiting than available female participants. Highly unlikely in my past experience, so I thought, maybe I can help. Maybe I can fill a seat. Maybe they won't be mad that I'm filling the seat. Maybe I can make sure one more person gets a chance to join the quest and then meet everybody else. And so I asked, and the cosplay medic encouraged me. Come on, come in and have fun. So I entered, and at first I was honest, and I said, yes, I may be older than many people here, and I am here to have a good conversation and enjoy the adventure, that's all. And then something surprising happened. Most of the adventurers were simply kind. And we talked about costumes, crafting, travel, different countries we've been to, creative projects, the stories behind the armor we had built, and the stories behind the people behind why we would come back even when we didn't live in this town anymore. And suddenly the quest changed because I thought I was entering a dungeon looking for treasure, perhaps a connection, perhaps a spark. But the treasure I found was different. Names, faces, familiar people, people that said hi again and again with hugs and fist bumps throughout the whole convention weekend. Future hellos, a community. And some adventurers I met during the first quest appeared again throughout the weekend. Suddenly the convention was not a crowd of strangers. It was a gathering of familiar faces. And that is the magic of shared interests. A costume is not just a costume. It's a conversation starter. It's the automatic knowledge you're approaching someone with an automatic interest in common that you can tell before putting yourself on the line. It's a story. A crafting project is not just fabric and glue. A character is not just a character, it's a doorway. And after the speed dating quest came another side quest. Speed friending. Almost wish that happened first, but it made sitting down again and the people coming to sit with you so much more open, so much more comedy involved, so much more levity involved, so much less awkward. And perhaps next time, I would hope, and I did submit this as a suggestion in the follow-up feedback form, we start there first. Because something magical happened there too. By this point, some of the adventurers were no longer strangers. They were familiar faces. The first person sat down and looked at me with a laugh. Hey, we meet again. And another adventurer arrived, and I smiled and said, hey, fancy meeting you here. Then someone else said, long time no see. And then they sat down with a huge smile, and everything felt so much warmer and not so nerve-wracking, except we had literally just met, and that's the humor in it. Suddenly it became the joke, the icebreaker, the little spell that made everyone laugh. Because that's how a gathering changes. At first, you're surrounded by strangers, and then you have names and faces and stories, then inside jokes, and suddenly you have a party. I mean, the whole festive vibe was right there. Because sometimes the treasure you need is not romance. Sometimes it's finding your party. The people who laugh at your jokes, the people who admire your creations, the people who get you, and you get them right away. The people who let you share their stories. The people who say, hey, I remember you, even if it's just from a second ago. This weekend, I was able to take photos, share adventures, and to support people out there. And those supporters we're also supporting my creations too. We met other creators. We met other people just purely fans. Met other people that just wanted to get out of the house. I meet someone new. It's not even just collecting memories for myself, but helping others share their quests too. Because the best adventurers do not seek treasure. The best adventurers, they help others find theirs too. So remember, Msoul, do not assume you do not belong in the room. Sometimes the quest is not about finding someone with the hearts. Sometimes the quest is about discovering where you fit. I found a whole community. I'm Venus Callida. Stay creative, Msoul. Stay kind. And I'll see you in our next adventure.